Hi, these are the Sunday recommendations for Patreon subscribers, December 16th, 2018. This week's blog post is The Capitalist Christmas 2018. It's my annual collection of fabulous things on the streets of Manhattan. Second recommendation, Trans-Siberian Orchestra's Wizards in Winter, 2009. When I've OD'd on all other Christmas music, I can still watch TSO with unholy glee. The video of this is quite remarkable. The link is in your Patreon email. Third recommendation, a poem called King John and the Abbot of Canterbury, first published in 1765. Ooh, riddles. I like riddles. This anonymous work first appeared in the Relics of Ancient English Poetry, a collection of ballads and popular songs that were collected by Bishop Thomas Percy. Percy's relics are credited with helping change taste in English literature from neoclassical to romantic. There's more about that on Wikipedia if you're interested. I am going to read you the poem, even though it's 100 verses long, and I'm not going to do a second take, so this goes as it goes. And I'm not British, did you know? All right. An ancient story I'll tell you anon of a notable prince that was called King John. And he ruled England with main and with might, for he did great wrong and maintained little right. And I'll tell you a story so merry, concerning the Abbot of Canterbury, how for his housekeeping and high renown they rode post for him to fair London town. 100 men the king did hear say the abbot kept in his house every day, and 50 gold chains without any doubt in velvet coats waited the abbot about. How now, Father Abbot, I hear it of thee, thou keep'st a far better house than me, and for thy housekeeping and high renown, I fear thou work'st treason against my crown. My liege, quoth the abbot, I would it were known I never spend nothing but what is my own, and I trust your grace will do me no dear for spending of my own true-gotten gear. Yes, yes, Father Abbot, thy fault it is high, and now for the same thou needst must die. For except thou canst answer me questions 3, thy head shall be smitten from thy body. And first, quoth the king, when I'm in this stead, with my crown of gold so fair on my head, among all my liegemen so noble of birth, thou must tell me to 1 penny what I am worth. Secondly, tell me without any doubt how soon I may ride the whole world about. And at the third question thou must not shrink, but tell me here truly what I do think. Oh, these are hard questions for my shallow wit, nor I cannot answer your grace as yet. But if you will give me but 3 weeks' space, I'll do my endeavor to answer your grace. Now 3 weeks' space to thee will I give, and that is the longest time thou hast to live. For if thou dost not answer my questions 3, thy lands and the livings are forfeit to thee. Away rode the abbot all sad at that word, and he rode to Cambridge and Oxenford, but never a doctor there was so wise that could with his learning an answer devise. Then home rode the abbot, of comfort so cold, and he met his shepherd a-going to fold. How now, my lord abbot, you are welcome home. What news do you bring us from good King John? Sad news, shepherd, I must give, that I have but 3 days more to live. For if I do not answer him questions 3, my head will be smitten from my body. The first is to tell him, there in that stead, with his crown of gold so fair on his head, among all his liegemen so noble of birth, to within 1 penny of what he is worth. The second, to tell him without any doubt how soon he may ride this whole world about. And at the third question I must not shrink, but tell him there truly what he does think. Now cheer up, Sire Abbot. Did you never hear yet, that a fool he may learn a wise man wit? Lend me horse and serving men and your apparel, and I'll ride to London to answer your quarrel. Nay, frown not, if it hath been told unto me, I am like your lordship as ever may be. And if you will but lend me your gown, there is none shall know us at fair London town. Now horses and serving men thou shalt have, with sumptuous array, most gallant and brave, with crozier and mitre and rochet and cope, fit to peer for our father the Pope. Now welcome, Sire Abbot, the king did say, 'tis well thou'rt come back to keep thy day. For and if thou canst answer my questions three, thy life and thy living both saved shall be. And first, when thou seest me here in this stead, with my crown of gold so fair on my head, among all my liegemen so noble of birth, tell me to 1 penny what I am worth. For 30 pence our Saviour was sold among the false Jews, as I have been told, and 29 is the worth of thee, for I think thou art 1 penny worser than he. The king he laughed, and swore by Saint Bittle, I did not think I had been worth so little. Now, secondly, tell me without any doubt, how soon I may ride this whole world about. You must rise with the sun and ride with the same, until the next morning he riseth again. And then your grace need not make any doubt, but in 24 hours you'll ride it about. The king he laughed, and swore by Saint Joan, I did not think it could be gone so soon. Now from the third question thou must not shrink, but tell me here truly what I do think. Yea, that I shall do, and make your grace merry. You think I'm the Abbot of Canterbury, but I'm his poor shepherd, as plain you may see, that am come to beg pardon for him and for me. The king he laughed, and swore by the mass, I'll make thee Lord Abbot this day in his place. Now, nay, my liege, be not in such speed, for alack, I can neither write nor read. 4 nobles a week, then, I will give thee, for this merry jest thou hast shown unto me. And tell the old abbot, when thou comest home, thou hast brought him a pardon from good King John. Well, let's see. That was number 3, and we go to number 4. The Riace warriors, circa 460 to 450. Among the most spectacular Greek bronzes known is this pair of warriors, one younger, one older, found in 1972 in a shipwreck off Riace. They're now in the museum at Reggio Calabria in southern Italy. Each one is more than 6 feet tall. If you want more on their art historical context, see my Innovators in Sculpture, Chapter 4. Thank you, as always, for listening. If you're not on the Sunday recommendations list, you can join it by either visiting the URL on the screen or emailing me. You can also support me. I really appreciate it. Starting at $5 a month on Patreon, or follow me for free there. And check out DianeDurantewriter.com for hundreds of posts on sculpture, painting, music, Central Park, and my other obsessions. Thank you for listening.